Hi, I'm Richard from the Pink Society. This is John from the Pink Society. And this is Adam, a guy we just found on the street. No, he's in Patrick. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, come close, Brian. This one's going to require some fancy work here. We're going to show some of Fiore's binds and some of our interpretations of them, which are different what I see from other people out there. So first of all, we're going to do right leg forward, although it doesn't matter which. And we're doing a cross the tips here. So Brian, if you get him real close, you can see the blade angle. Can you see the edge?
Yeah, I was trying to get some foot into it too.
Yeah. So this edge is facing towards John, and his edge is facing towards me, right? And so Fiore says you can do two things. You can level a thrust, and he shows that. The plate looks something similar to this. Or it says you can make a turn of the blade and cut to the other side, his head or hands. And some people have taken that as coming to the other side of the sword, but talking to some translators, we don't think so. What we think is it's a literal turn of the blade. So now my blade is angled this direction. I'm going to drop it down towards John's head or his hands. Now he's got rings here, so that's going to keep his hand safe, but most swords don't. So at speed, what it'll look like is as we come together, that goes right into the hands. I'm also ready for the throat, and by turning it, it just slided down like that. I'm able to move my foot either direction, so even if he does a strong bind, right onto the head. Right? Very, very easy. All while staying in the bind, and that's kind of the important thing here, is that when we look at Fiore's stuff, we don't think he likes to leave the bind. So then we're going to move on to the same thing from the other side. I'll put Adam in here. So we'll have you spin around.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll cut. So yeah, so you're going to do the play now.
All right.
Or no, wait, Adam. So let's come in. So Adam, you met him at the tips. He's going to change the angle, and he's going to cut towards the top of John's head, or his hands, or for his throat. So we're going to do that at speed, but okay, carefully. There we go, right for the head. And let's do one more, because we can edit this later. Cool.
Oh, I don't want to leave mine.
Yeah. So what that does is the bind stays in, and that's kind of important. So the next thing we're going to show is cross at the middles, and the options there. So I'll jump into that. All right. So here we meet, and we're crossed at the middles. Again, our edges are aligned towards one another because we're trying to cut each other. And it's the same play again, except this time I'm going to turn and run my blade over his hands. And that's what Fiore says, run the sword to and fro over the hands. And it creates a bar that he can't use the sword anymore. I then pull back, and I can deliver the thrust, and I look like the plate. All while staying on the same side of the sword without leaving the bind or doing anything strange like that. So a little bit at speed, we come in, into his arms. It's okay if I don't get him. I'm ready for the thrust, and he's locked. He's locked out. The other thing you can do is you can do the grab, and we've shown this one before. Come up, grab, stab, you can kick him in the foot. So now Adam's going to demonstrate, so we're going to do the over the top, get my arms. We meet, right in there, pulls back, thrusts, he's good to go. So that's our take on Fiore's crossed at the tips and crossed at the middles. Good one. There we go. One more. Okay, 2 cuts and 1 stab.
Yeah.
Then we'll do cross the middles. So I'll do